bunkers uncovered, then a quick lunch, and back down the trail to the pickup zone. Just a peaceful walk in the sun.
Okay. Okay, would you roll in a 270 from the smoke, approximately 100 meters away from it. I'll adjust you from there.
All right, what's wanted? All right, give me some cover.
Get him back here if you can. Can you move him? Can you move him? Okay, try to bring him back here. Remember to stop the bleeding.
4 years and 2 months ago, when I first came into this office as president, by far the most difficult problem confronting the nation was the seemingly endless war in Vietnam. 550,000 Americans were in Vietnam. As many as 300 a week were being killed in action. Hundreds were held as prisoners of war in North Vietnam. And no progress was being made at the peace negotiations. I immediately initiated a program to end the war and win an honorable peace. 11 times over the past 4 years, I have reported to the nation from this room on the progress we have made toward that goal. And tonight, the day we have all worked and prayed for has finally come. For the first time in 12 years, no American military forces are in Vietnam. All of our American POWs are on their way home. The 17 million people of South Vietnam have the right to choose their own government without outside interference. And because of our program of Vietnamization, they have the strength to defend that right.
He died at Memphis's Baptist Hospital this afternoon. Doctors say he died of respiratory failure. The 42-year-old Presley had been hospitalized several times in recent years for an eye problem and for exhaustion. For those of us who grew up with rock and roll music, Elvis Presley was the king. And all around the world tonight, millions of people are saddened because the king is dead.
Tear gas first started down the Commons, then the guard moved up on both sides of Taylor Hall and forced the kids off the Commons. Then one group, I don't know how many there were, 50 maybe, perhaps more, perhaps less, moved down to the practice football field. There were a whole lot of kids around them. A few kids were throwing sticks and stones, but that was only a handful, not more than 10, 15. And then the guard shot some tear gas up on the hill to disperse the crowd, and the kids picked it up and threw it back. And all of a sudden I heard the shooting. And then I saw people dropping to the ground, and then I fell to the ground also. I couldn't walk anymore.
Ike Pappas, CBS News, at Kent, Ohio.
The rest of the draft arrived yesterday. You are 24 hours late.
Well, you see...
Shut up!
But it was like this, you see, Mr. Peacock. My customer's crutch was too tight and I was trying to stretch it.
Let me calm down, will you? I went to the doctor with those tablets. He told me they're for women in early pregnancy. Do I look as if I'm in early pregnancy?
You didn't happen to run into your brains while you were out there, did you?
No, but I wasn't really looking.
I thought you was a maid like me. You a maid?
Yes, what difference does that make?
Plenty. Why ain't you out maiding someplace?
It all started when we had baby.
So good, you know I can't understand Morse code.
Lord calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Oh, calling us. Come in, your fatty too. Yeah, baby, get down.
Your name will also go on the list. What is it? Don't tell him, Pike.
Argument with a wife last Friday night about going to the dogs. I said I was
going anywhere. You ran the tape with a soil spoon.
You want to know how they disposed of the soil?
Simple as that.
I'll tell you.
I thought you might.
They dug another tunnel and put the earth down there.
Did someone put up a lot of money to have the Democratic headquarters infiltrated, and if so, who and why?
Justice will be pursued no matter who is involved.
So my opinion is that we be kind to children and be kind to seniors and take the portion like they used to take in ancient Greece and step over quietly, because we are not committing suicide. It's a revolutionary act. He doesn't want to tell him. All he's doing, if they will tell him, assure these children. Some people assure these children of the relaxation of stepping over to the next plane. We've set an example for others. We've set 1,000 people who say we don't like the way the world is. Please stop. Take our life from us. We laid it down. We got tired. We didn't commit suicide. We committed an act of revolutionary suicide, protesting the conditions of an inhumane world.
Yeah, sir. You might want to send a maintenance man over to that office across the way. The lights are off and they must be looking for a fuse box or something, because them flashlights, they're keeping me awake. Thank you. Good night.
Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford.
Cold War, rock and roll, civil rights, suburbia. These are some of the highlights of the baby boomer generation, a 2-decade explosion of children born in the years following World War II.